here's why you keep losing motivation about halfway into every new thing that you start. It's not because you're not working hard enough. It's not because you don't want it enough. It's simply because there are two types of fuel for your motivation and you're using the wrong one. If you haven't seen me before, my name's Aaron and I work with conscious entrepreneurs, healers, coaches, and individuals to help them rewire their mindsets and master their energetics to create a life that they love or a purpose-driven business. For most people, there are two types of fuel for motivation. One is the fuel that comes from wanting to leave behind all of the stuff that you don't want anymore. The lack, the constriction, the frustration, the pain of limitation, whatever it is for you that represents the negative, unpleasant thing of the current or past experience that you're done with, and you want to move forward and get the motivation to create something new. And that's the place that most people get their motivation from. And I want you to think of the old reality like a burning house for a moment. If your house was lit on fire and it was burning, you would very quickly have the motivation to get up off your ass, leave the burning house behind, and you'd have the motivation to go and build a new house for yourself, right? But the other type of motivation is the new house. It's the desire to create the next thing, the expansion of your business, the healthy, fit body, whatever it is that you are setting your goal for. The other type of fuel is the motivation to create that desire. This is desire-based motivation instead of pain-based motivation. But as human beings, we're kind of hardwired to react faster to pain than we are to desire. And society and the matrix conditions more of this. So when you start out, your motivation is coming from that burning house. And you have a lot of it. So you put in the work for a few days, you grind, you hustle, you move forward, you do the things, and you get about halfway down the road to your destination. At this point, you start running out of fuel from the burning house because you're not in it anymore. So the motivation from the past pain gets less and less and less the farther down towards your goal you get. And you start running out of fuel. You hit a brick wall, you run out of motivation, and you think you've hit some kind of a blockage. But in reality, you need to know how to shift gears and connect yourself to your other motivation fuel tank, the desire. Because the closer you get to your goal, the more fuel you have from your desire-based motivation fuel tank. Now, I want this to really stick for you, so anchor this into your mindset by writing, "My desire is my motivation," in the comments. Creating this shift in how you view motivation will change everything. If you can stop connecting any of your motivation to the pain-based need to exit something of the past and connect 100% of your motivation to that fuel of desire, you will achieve your goals faster than anybody else. The reason for this is nobody operates and thinks this way. But when you start to train your mind and your body to respond to your desire, your mind begins to open doors of possibility. You begin to think in terms of what you actually want to create instead of in terms of the limited past. And this opens up your perception to see opportunities that no one else is going to be seeing. You can use this to unlock your niche in your business. You can use this to unlock opportunities. You can use this to shift your relationships. And you can use this to shift your weight, your health, and things in your physical body as well. Change the type of fuel you're using for your motivation, and the speed at which you move there will increase. When you're using desire-based fuel for your motivation, it will magnetize you right into the life you love and your desired goal. Now you're ready to actually embody that shift. And what helped me do this was to learn to expand and master my 13 chakra system, recreating a new structure for how motivational energy and life force energy flows through each of the chakras and into the activities that come from our motivation, fueling an entirely different path in life as you move forward towards your goals. And if you want to dive into restructuring the 13 chakra system as a container for your motivation and your life force, come to the training I'm doing this week for cycle breakers at the link in my bio. You can grab your seat right up here or right down here, and I'll see you there on the flip side.